And joining us now to discuss this further is Dion Osborne, the managing editor from Black Wall Street Times there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dion, this announcement comes just days after the U.S. Senate voted to make the Greenwood neighborhood a national monument. And at one point, there was not really any movement regarding this case. I know you have spoken to the last remaining survivors, Ms. Viola Fletcher and Ms. Leslie Benningfield Randall. How are they reacting to all of this news?
Yes, thank you so much for having me and for amplifying this case, this story. When it comes to the survivors' response, they did accept the invitation to be there and attend that historic address the mayor gave on Sunday, announcing what he calls a road to repair. Now, they haven't come out with a public statement, but what I've spoken to, what I've heard from descendants and members of the family is that they appreciate the mayor for taking this step. They want to see action. They want to ensure that these funds go not just to, generalized funds, but to direct support for these descendants and their families and the community.
Yeah, so where did the mayor say the funds are actually going to come from? How is all of this going to work?
So this Greenwood Trust, it's a private charitable trust, and the goal is to raise $105 million by the next anniversary, which will be the 105 years since the massacre. And it's going to come from a combination of things. So private dollars from philanthropy or private donations, property donated to the city that can be used for the trust, along with what he said, quote, if desired, unquote, public funds as well. And so the goal is to raise this money over the next year to begin dispersing it out.
So as far as reparations for the families directly impacted by the massacre, I know they've been trying at the state level, at the federal level. They've been repeatedly rejected for them to have a trial. Where do things stand in their appeals process?
Yes. So, as you said, after the Oklahoma Supreme Court upheld their dismissal last year, that essentially closed that case because Tulsa County District Judge Carolyn Wall, who is up for re-election next year, by the way, she dismissed it with prejudice. And so that case cannot be reopened. And so at this point, it does come down to city leaders, state leaders on the legislative side to make amends.
All right, certainly hoping for them to see justice. I know they're both over 100 years old, those last two remaining survivors. Dion Osborne, managing editor of the Black Wall Street Times, thanks so much for keeping tabs on this story.
Thank you.